Okay, welcome to Pajama Training with Kelly. That's why I love this business. I can hop on Zoom in my Victoria's Secret jammies. It's just fun. So tonight we're taking a break from our regular leadership call, and I'm gonna take you through a document I created that I would love all of you to implement because I think it's going to be the key to getting off the hamster wheel of attrition, right? Inattention to your people equals attrition. And there's several reasons why. One is it communicates a sales mentality rather than a health coach mentality. And we are health coaches, not salespeople. So if I hired a golf coach for my son Maxon to get him better at golf because he just made the varsity golf team, and then the coach did not show up to the coaching sessions, I would consider him a shyster, correct? But so many of us do that with Plexus. We sign people up and then we're like, have fun. And then we wonder why they don't reorder and they go away. Because you've just sold them something and then you have not made sure that they've achieved success with it. The second reason that we want to pay attention to people is that you can save people from quitting. Because you can help them have better success on the products. How many people see somebody turn their subscription off, you call them or you message them and say, you done? What happened? And they're like, yeah, I just had a headache and I had a little bit of detox. Or they don't even know to say detox. They just say, I just didn't feel good. And you didn't know because you weren't reaching out. And now you've lost them because you did not prepare them for that possibility ahead of time. And also, you can foster community. Do you know that one of the reasons that you're still here and you're still taking these products and you're still doing Plexus is because of the community we have? I don't want to quit Plexus because I like y'all a lot. And I want to be able to have a reason to be interacting with you. You guys make me better at life. And so you're missing out if you're doing that. Let me give you an example. One of the first things that I'm going to have you guys do is anytime a new product user signs up, I can't tell you what you're missing out on if you do not set up a three-way message with your sponsor. And maybe you already had one going from when they were looking at the products. That's even better. I have one going right now with a level 1 who does not really work the business, but she had this one person that's sort of like her goddaughter that she brought on board. This girl, this level 2, has messaged us every single day. Just drank my pink drink. I'm so excited, right? And we are talking every day. And we're helping her through it. And I'm doing all of these touch points, but I'm doing more than that. Do you know that she has such a higher rate of continuing because now she's got this fun little group message that's keeping her accountable? So if you're like, well, I don't want to set up a three-way message because I don't want them to think I'm like roping them into some sort of cult, you are missing out. It is why I'm sitting right here, because at the beginning of this, Lori Beth said, I don't know how to answer all your questions. I need to hook you into, let me just introduce you to these other people. They've been doing this longer than me. I was on Messenger with them just about every night at the beginning of this. That's why I'm here right now as an Emerald Ambassador. Okay? So, also, paying attention to them in that first month, it gives the impression that you are an actual business owner. Smart business owners keep in contact with their people. It communicates that you can be trusted to take care of their needs, and it sort of heals that multi-level marketing bad rep. The way that you reach out to them is everything, though. You must reach out to them in an effort to help them, not sell to them. And how you word things is pretty crucial. Okay, so I've created a document. I'm going to put it in the comments, and I'll also upload it to the files on the FabFit and Free page so that you have it. But I also created a PowerPoint to sort of take you through it. Okay, so hang on. Can you all see this? Great. So onboarding, and this is not just new ambassadors, guys. This is customers too. Customers are people too. A step-by-step guide. Oh, I already did this. Yep. Why do we want to do this? Communicates a sales mentality. If we don't, attention improves product success, and it communicates that you're a real business owner. So the first day is signing day. That's the day they sign up. Here's what you want to do. If you're not already in one, you want to set up a group message with your sponsor. And here's what you say. Hey, customer, as you get started, I wanted to introduce you to the person who introduced Plexus to me, sponsor. I like to set up a three-way message so that if you have questions, you have 2 points of contact who can chime in. If I'm not available, sponsor just might be. Also, she's awesome and has been a huge help to me, and I want to make sure I'm answering your questions correctly. So, customer meets sponsor. And you guys don't have to copy this down. It's all in the document I'm going to send. So at this point, after the new product user responds, sponsor introduces yourself. Now, if you're a sponsor, so what you're going to say is, hey, sponsor, customer's main goal is weight loss. So we started her on triplex and lean to try to move that number on the scale. And then you as the sponsor are going to say, oh, great choices. Share one thing you like about those products or how they work for you. Now, here's an important note. This does not need to be an overly long or overly effusive conversation. It's important that you are communicating as the sponsor, I got a lot of other things to do than just worry about you. And the reason is you don't want them to feel like they're being like cornered, right? You don't want to overwhelm them. You are there for them, but engagement on this thread is often what makes a person feel connected to this whole process. So regular, light conversation is encouraged. So I was telling you about this, the girl, we talk first thing in the morning after she does her products. If it's one of the days I'm going to share, I might share, hey, it's important to get your water in, or here's a testimony that I thought of, and I'll go through those in a minute. Other than that, it's just awesome. You're doing amazing. You are a model patient, Anyway, so day 2, you're going to send them an intro email. Probably you got one from your sponsor when you signed up. I have a sample of that if you want it. Just a brief introduction, a schedule of how to take the products, and tips to get started. I send it in an email because it's a little longer and you don't want it to get buried in a message thread. That way they have it. They can print it out if they want to. So that's day 2. On about day 5, you're gonna confirm product receipt. So you'll say, hey, customer, you should have gotten your products yesterday or maybe today. Just making sure you've had a chance to read the email to make sure you know the ease-in schedule. I'm confirming this because you wouldn't believe how many people go rogue and take the product incorrectly and then wonder what is happening to them, LOL. Humor is great. Tailoring these messages to sound like yourself is super important as well. You don't want to make it sound like some canned message that I haven't put thought into. So these are just guidelines. Then they'll either respond, yes, I got them, no, I didn't. You wouldn't believe, you guys, how many people say, oh, right, you sent an email, I got to go back and read that. So many people. And then at the same time, I say, great, because I want you to love this as much as I do, I'm also going to tag you in a post on the Health and Happiness Journeys page with a few more tips on getting started successfully. And that's that post in Health and Happiness Journeys that's called 7 Habits to Success. You can just type 7 habits in the search bar and it will pop up. That's day 5, okay? Next time you talk to them, if they don't contact you in between, is day 8. That's the water reminder. So I might send out, hey, just want to remind you to drink as much water as possible. I underestimated how important that was in the beginning, and I don't want you to do the same. Water is your BFF when you add antioxidants to your life because it's the only way to flush out the toxins. And then I'll say, here's a great graphic that explains it, and I'll send this little graphic over here. And usually they'll say, great, sounds good. Yes, I suck at drinking water. I need to get better at it, something like that. And then I'll say, hey, great. If you notice any symptoms of detox, reach out. We have tips to overcome them. Some don't notice them at all, but if you do, this is not a sign that this is a bad idea. Celebrate it. It means you needed to detox to achieve the goals stated at the beginning. Sunshine and rainbows on the other side. And that's it. It doesn't have to be 5-hour-long conversation. Again, if you get in and get out, it communicates, hey, I'm a real business owner, and a real business owner is busy also doing this with other people, not just you. Okay? The next time I contact them, unless they contact me, is day 15 with our, like they're about halfway through, or maybe they're a third of the way through actually taking the products, and I'll say, hey, customer, just checking in. Couple questions. 1, how are we doing with consistency so far? Are the products making it off the kitchen counter into your body? Haha. 2, are you noticing anything negative symptom-wise that we need to address? Do we need to tweak anything, or are you good with the current course of action? If they say great, you say awesome, fabulous, keep it going. If they say, yeah, you know, I am kind of noticing this or that, and this day 15 post, it might be moved up earlier if they reach out to you earlier and say, hey, is it normal that I have a headache? Or I feel so tired. Is that normal? So this touch point might shift earlier because you don't want to say, yep, and on day 15, I'll tell you all about that, you know? Like you want to get to it earlier. So you can tag them in the detox posts on Health and Happiness. There's several of them. Jill Werness has a great video, which I put the link to that in the document. Or just say, yay. All right, on we go. And again, your sponsor is in on these messages. So sometimes you might have your sponsor reach out with one of these so that it's sort of a tag team kind of thing and it's not always just you. Day 22, it's time to encourage them. Hey, customer, just tagged you in 2 posts on Health and Happiness Journeys, one that tells you what to expect the first 3 months, that you're working on gut health, and also so-and-so's story. She had similar goals as you and found success, hoping both will encourage you as you make your way toward month 2. Have a great day. And then you'll just tag her in what to expect on Health and Happiness Journeys. And you can type that in the search bar. It'll pop up. It'll say what to expect in the first 3 to 6 months. And then choose one testimony that aligns with her conditions and goals that she's trying to achieve, which you should have written down. And maybe you think, well, I can keep track of that. I promise you, as you gain more and more of a team, you will forget who is taking what and why. So I use Doe, I love Doe. And in their notes, I have written down, what did they tell me their goals were and what products are they currently using? And that way if I say to them, so remind me what you wanted to achieve again? Or what were you using again? That does not sound like somebody that's paying attention to their goals at all, does it? It does not. All right, next up, day 26. This is maybe a week before their next subscription hits. Woohoo, month 1 is almost done. You have done great, so let's discuss some next steps. So here's where we have to choose our own ending. Remember those books, Choose Your Own Ending? This is what you do here. If they're a customer, and I'm just assuming that they're loving what's happening so far, you can say, hey, since you're loving what's happening so far, I wanted to discuss whether or not you wanted to upgrade your account to ambassador status. Doing so has 3 advantages. Lower cost, you're eligible for the perks program, you are set up to get your products free. You don't have to do that if you don't wish to, but the option is there if it happens naturally. Which option moving forward is a better fit for you? And this is assuming that you've had some conversation. Like if you don't know if they love the products, you might need to determine that first. But if you know they're having a great month, they love this stuff, they want to stay on it, then you can go right to this, okay? If they're an ambassador, I might say something like, so I know that you learned in Plexus 1.0 about the perks program. This is assuming that they've already gone through that. And I'm going to talk about that in a second because people join at all different times. So they may have gone through Plexus 1.0 already. Maybe they haven't. You'll have to tailor this to where they are in their own journey. When your next subscription hits, you're going to earn 100 more perk points, which means you've already earned enough to add a free product to your next subscription. More on that later, but I do know we've discussed adding X Factor this month. So here's a video that'll help you navigate how to do that. And then you can send them the little YouTube video I made that explains how to change your subscription. How do you know that you've discussed adding X Factor this month? Because you have it written down in your notes about them. In Doe, some people are more paper and pencil, people. I don't really care what kind of person you are, but if you want to be successful at this, you must be organized about this, and you must have it written down somewhere. Maybe you use a file box with 3x5 cards where you write down stuff. Again, I love Doe. Okay. Month 2, so month 2 on, you're going to reach out before their subscription hits. Let's just say, so now they're in month 2 and we're going to month 3. You want to reach out 5 days before their subscription hits to make sure that A, they want it to hit, and B, that what they want is in it. You want to check your perks report every day to see who has turned their subscription off, if any. And if they have, send them this message. Hey, customer, I just wanted to alert you, not customer, but ambassador. I just wanted to alert you that you're in danger of losing 400 in perk points that you've accrued. That's good for almost 2 wonderful free products that will soon be gone forever. Haha. If you'd like them back, let me know in the next 24 hours and I'll tell you how to grab them. There's a lot of jewels on the jewel page explaining how to reach out about perks, and they have these messages that are like this long. I just don't agree with that. You need to determine, first of all, hey, do you care if you're going to lose those? Because guess what? Some might not. And when you ask them, do you care that you're going to lose them? You're giving them the option to decide, not just assuming that, of course, they would care. Some people don't. And remember, you're there for them, not the other way around. 99% of the people are going to be like, what? What do you mean I have free products? How? Because most people need to be told something about 10 times before it actually sinks in. So you just explain, perks program. If you want them back, just reset up your subscription. If you're backed up on product and you don't need anything this month, just push the date out. You don't have to order every month. Okay? So finally, let's talk about Plexus 1.0 because we will be doing it every month, and the people will hit when that comes in their journey depending on when they made their first order. So here's what I do. The Friday before a new Plexus 1.0, I reach out to every ambassador, my level ones, that joined the month before. And I say, hey, so in the first week of every month, we do something called Plexus 1.0, which is an orientation to all things Plexus. It's not time demanding. There's 4 posts a day that you read when you get to them. It includes information on products, navigating your virtual office, and our new perks program. Toward the end of the week, a bit will be shared on how to get your products paid for, but you don't have to want to build a Plexus business for this orientation to be beneficial. Also, cash is given away, and that's just fun. Here's the link to that page if you would like to join. And then you'll include the most recent link for that month's Plexus 1.0. So that's what you send somewhere in this first month. So that should give you, is this going to work out exactly right for every single person? No. I've already seen, I've been doing a facsimile of this for a long time. I kind of go with my gut. Sometimes I might share a testimony earlier than day 22. Sometimes I might tag them in something else earlier or whatever. This is just a bare minimum what you should be doing to guide your product user, customer or ambassador, through that first month. Okay, so with that said, if you have a question, just raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Okay, Beth. Yes.
Hey, I may have missed it, but where did you say we were going to get this document? Are you emailing it to us, or?
No, I'm actually going to put it in the comments of this, but I'm also going to upload it to the files on the FabFit and Free page.
Okay.
But while I'm talking to you guys, let me just go ahead and comments of the chat on this, and that way you'll have it.
And this may be off topic, but I had a conversation with somebody last night that caught me a little off guard, because I have been saying to people, you want to make a minimum of a 3-month commitment to this, because it'll be that long before you really have a sense of what it's doing to your gut. And her immediate response was, oh, well, if it's going to take 3 months, never mind. So then I had to backpedal and say, well, not everybody's the same. I was pretty messed up, and it took me a while to really see. I mean, I saw detoxing right away, but didn't, I had to see some real results and it took about 3 months. So I'm wondering if it was just the way I worded it. I wonder if I should start out with, well, everybody's different, but we recommend that you start out with 3 months.
There's different schools of thought on this. I've told people with that mindset that Plexus isn't for them. I have done that. I've said, if you're looking for a quick fix, then don't do this. And if you're not willing to commit to this for 3 months, you're going to waste your money. Now, I noticed a difference in my energy level in week 1 and 2, personally, and many people do. But if you don't, it's not indicative of this, if this is a good idea. We're just saying that it takes 3 months for your cells to regenerate, even one time. And so you really do need to give it 3 months to see what this is capable of.
Helpful that it takes 3 months for your cells to regenerate. So that's
yeah.
You probably said that to me before, but
yeah, I mean, but it just depends on the person, Beth. There's certain people that I will say, you know what, let's wait till you're hitting rock bottom. And they're like, wait, what? Like, because they're expecting me to try to sell this to them, and I'm not trying to sell anything to anybody. I'm trying to share what's going to help them. And there's a difference. And when they realize that, a lot of times those people are like, well, no. I mean, okay, but I mean, I'm going to notice something in the first month. And then I say, probably, but it gives me the aura of, I don't care if you do this or not. I'm doing it whether you do it or not.
Okay.
And in the end, I think that's a better relationship to have, I guess.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, We have 4 minutes. I would love to know who had a win today or this week, who had something awesome happen that they want to share. It doesn't have to be you got a new ambassador. It can just be, you know what? I reached out to some people. Somebody on this call. Okay. Go.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I did, as we were talking earlier, I did reach out to my niece-in-law about Mexico.
Yes.
And I'm waiting to hear back. You know, she doesn't know anything about Plexus. She really probably doesn't even know really what I'm doing or anything like that. And I only know her over Facebook. And so hopefully she's not going to think I'm a complete wackadoodle. I know my nephew will talk her down from that, but, you know, we'll see. We'll just see.
That's great. If you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to embrace, to be honest with you, which is kind of difficult. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of embracing. I don't really care. I'm starting to get where I just don't care because I know how good I feel.
Yes.
So that's like kind of what's happening a little bit, because I mean, I probably have 10 people that are saying to me that they're ready to go. But as you know, I've only signed up one level 1 month ago. Since I've started to reach out, I haven't signed up anybody, but I mean, like everybody is just like right there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see though. I'm, you know, consistency, perseverance, and not caring about being embarrassed, I guess.
That's awesome, Angela. We were talking in our call before this about a book we're reading called Ninja Sellers, which is such a good book. And in it, he was talking about start focusing on how I can help someone. How can I make their life better? When you do that, fear goes away. There's no room for fear at that point because your goal is to help them. And it may be by saying, I don't think this is for you. I told a 20-year-old this week that was thinking of joining, I said, I don't think this is the right time for you. I don't think it is. I said, but let's do this. You have friends that are asking you about it. And when they do, we can sign you up in 5 seconds flat if somebody actually wants to order. But I don't want to put pressure on you as a UGA student right now to do this when you're not 100% sold that this is something you can do. And she, like, the relief she had was palpable. And so now when she's ready to do it, she knows she's safe to come to me, because I'm not going to try to talk her into something she doesn't want to do.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Who else? We have time for one more win. Hi, Terry. Oh, wait. Let me unmute you.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I got another ambassador the other day, and I've got a couple people at work that are interested. They're just kind of starting to talk to me about it, and I'm just getting a little bit here and a little bit there. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I saw that new ambassador come through for you.
Yes. My mom is also, she just had, like 2 weeks ago, she had a small bit of breast cancer removed. And it went, I mean, it was just stage 1. It was removed, no radiation or anything. But she started, she's like, I'm going to try this Nerve and Ease that you've been telling me about. And she loves it. So that's been kind of fun.
Oh, amazing.
To help her just recover and heal all that. So that's good. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, like I said at the beginning of this, the next 3 weeks, actually, I'm going to stop recording really quick.